Today, we're diving into Anees Jung's Lost Spring, a really powerful collection of stories about stolen childhoods. These are lives that are pretty much condemned by poverty and tradition before they've even had a chance to start. We're going to explore what happens when that most hopeful season of life is just lost forever. And really, the whole book comes down to this one haunting question. It's not just about kids missing out on fun and games. No, it's about the theft of their potential, of their dreams, of the very essence of what it means to be a child.
You know, the title itself is this incredible metaphor. Spring is all about growth, new beginnings, right? But for the children in these stories, that season just never comes. Their lives are stuck in a kind of perpetual winter, never getting the chance to bloom. So let's meet our first child.
All right, so our first story takes us to the garbage dumps on the outskirts of Delhi, and it's here that we meet a young boy named Saheb. His entire world, his reality, is built on what the rest of us throw away.
So the author, Anees Jung, she asks him his name, and he tells her it's Saheb-e-Alam.
I mean, think about that. His name literally means Lord of the Universe. And the irony is just crushing, isn't it? This boy, who should be the lord of everything, spends his days picking through trash, and he has no idea what his own name even means. So what does his universe actually look like? Well, it's a place called Seemapuri. It's a settlement of about 10,000 squatters who fled Bangladesh years ago. They live in these makeshift homes of mud and tin, no sewage, no running water. And here, survival has one name: ragpicking. That's it. It's the only economy they've got.
Now, for you and me, garbage is just, well, garbage, waste. But the author makes this incredible point. For the people of Seemapuri, trash is a resource. It's gold. It's how they eat. It's what keeps a roof over their heads. It is literally everything.
And this is where things get really interesting, because there's this huge difference in how the kids and the adults see it. For the grown-ups, digging through trash is just a grim job for survival. But for the children, for kids like Saheb, there's still a bit of magic to it. It's like a treasure hunt. Finding a single coin in the muck is a moment of pure wonder. It's a little spark of hope in all that grunt. So eventually, Saheb manages to get a job at a tea stall. And you'd think, hey, that's a step up, right? He gets a steady income, 800 rupees, plus all his meals. But the author notices something has changed. He's lost that carefree look. This steel canister he now has to carry feels heavier than the huge plastic bag of trash he used to haul around. And it all boils down to this one simple thing. That big plastic bag, as flimsy as it was his. He was his own master. But this canister, it belongs to his boss. So in gaining a wage, Saheb has actually lost his freedom. He's no longer the lord of anything, not even himself. Okay, so let's leave the garbage dumps of Delhi behind for a moment and travel to the furnaces of Firozabad. This place is the heart of India's glass-blowing industry, and it's here we meet Mukesh, a boy who, unlike Saheb, dares to dream of a completely different life. He just comes right out and says it. I will be a motor mechanic. It's so simple, so direct, but in his world, that's not just a dream. It's a radical act of defiance. He doesn't want to follow his family's path. He wants to be his own master too, but in a totally different way. Get ready for this number: 20,000. That's the estimated number of kids working illegally in Firozabad's glass furnaces. 20,000 children, just like Mukesh, working in these hot, dark, dangerous conditions, many of them losing their eyesight before they even become adults. So this is the world Mukesh was born into. In Firozabad, you don't choose to be a bangle maker. It's just what you are. It's your caste. For generations, families have worked around these furnaces, welding glass in tiny, dark rooms. It's a tradition that's become a terrible trap. And listen to what his grandmother says, because it just captures everything. She says it is his karam, his destiny. She sees it as a God-given lineage. In her mind, how could you ever break that? It shows you just how deep the sense of resignation goes. It's not a job, it's fate. So the big question is, why can't they just leave? Why can't they escape? Well, the author breaks it down for us, showing these two different but connected worlds that basically conspire to keep these kids trapped. You see, the trap isn't just one thing. It's an entire system. The first world is the one they're born into, their family, stuck in poverty, burdened by their caste.
But then there's this vicious outside world. The moneylenders, the middlemen, the police, the politicians, all of them exploiting these people. Together, they form a perfect, unbreakable cage.
So these two worlds, they work together perfectly, like two sides of a vice, putting this huge weight on these kids, a baggage they just can't put down. They grow up just accepting this life of hard labor, just like their fathers did, because daring to even think of something else seems completely impossible. And all of this brings us to the final, really powerful contrast between these two boys. It's a contrast between just giving in and having the sheer audacity to hope. And this is where you really see their paths split. Saheb, the one-time Lord of the Universe, ends up trading his freedom for a tiny salary, and he loses his spark. But Mukesh, even though he's trapped in a much more rigid system, he holds on to this little flash of daring. He still dares. The author points out a practical problem. She says, but the garage is a long way from your home. And Mukesh's answer is so simple, but so powerful. He just insists, I will walk. He's not denying the obstacle, he's just stating his determination to overcome it. And that quiet insistence, that's his rebellion. And that's really what Lost Spring leaves you thinking about. Through the stories of Saheb and Mukesh, we're left with this question. In a world that seems designed, almost built to crush dreams, what does it even mean to dare?